Coachella makeup and hair tutorial. So it's this makeup and this hair. This hair is super easy, but I wear it quite often and you guys always ask me how to do it. So I thought I'd incorporate it into this video because this is like a realistic Coachella makeup and hair for me. Like this is legit like what I would wear if I was going to Coachella. If someone could just invite me, that would be great. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with my bare face, as always, I'm going to be priming first of all, starting with this one I've been loving. This is the Cover FX blurring primer, I think it's called. But I basically just put this more in the central part of my face, so like my nosy kind of area, my forehead and my chin. And then, you know when you like rub your face and you're like, I feel a spot brewing there. But yeah, I just rubbed that in, like kind of rub patty kind of motions. And then I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is a new product from her. This is in shade number 5 and it's like the Flawless Filter, and it's like you can use it so many different ways. Like it's really got so many different ways you can use this, but I really like applying it on the high points of my face before I put on any kind of foundation or anything beforehand. So you can see it comes in like a wand applicator, and I put it right, it really smooths. I don't know how, it's a really weird product, I really don't know how to explain it, but it's really good. It kind of like smooths out your skin, but also gives you like a really, like you can see like it's like really radiant and glowy, really nice. Then I'm using this Sephora, it's like a bright fuchsia, it's like a tinted moisturizer I think, in the shade Almond. Look how glowy my face looks from that Charlotte Tilbury stuff, really good. So yeah, so I've gone for more of like a tinted moisturizer finish because personally this is what I would wear. It's got SPF 25 in it, which is pretty good if you're in the sun all day. I would, however, recommend if you do burn or you feel like you need more protection on your face, then definitely wear an SPF as your moisturizer as well. And then I'm just using like a duo fiber brush to buff this in. It doesn't give like loads of coverage at all, but I just think my face feels better when I've got something like this on it rather than like a really heavy foundation. Plus we're going in with a lot of concealer and cream contour, so I don't want to have another layer of thick foundation and concealers, you know, so yeah. Moving on to concealers, I'm taking the new KKW Beauty concealers. I got the shade 14 and 6. So the 6 is the light one, which I'm going to be using for obviously my concealer, and then the other one is more for a contour shade. This comes with like a doe foot applicator, but it's like flat. It's not like, it's like a flat applicator, but it's really nice. And I just applied this underneath my eyes, my chin strap, and in between my eyebrows, kind of foreheady area, then just bringing it down that bridge of my nose as well, just like right in that area. And then I actually take I've been really liking using brushes more than Beauty Blender at the moment. I just go through stages, anyone else do that, but I'm just taking like another duo fiber brush, but it's like an angled one. It's really good shape to get like under your eye here, and I just started patting it in, so I am patting, not swiping, and I was really impressed with the coverage. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was going to be less coverage and a bit more sheer. Absolutely love the colour of this. Again, this was shade number 6. So hard to choose like your colour shade when you're buying a concealer online. Like it's really difficult. But I did loads of like research before I ordered it on like other people's tutorials and reviews of it, and this is the shade that seemed to be best for me, and it was a good shout because it really is. So I just went ahead and patted it all in. It's got a really nice kind of healthy kind of luminous finish to it, which I really like. Like it's matte obviously, but it's not like super matte. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really nice finish. And then I went in with the contour shade and just went around my cheekbones and my forehead and my jawline and a tiny bit under like the tip of my nose. To be honest, I put way too much of this on. Like a little bit of this went a really long way. Like I put way too much on. Oh, I also put it on my eyelids. Because you'll see when I start blending it out, it's like really intense. I do really like the shade, and it blended out really nicely. Like I really like the product, but I just put way too much on. I've used it since I filmed this, and I just put like a dot on my cheekbone and it was like plenty. So I'm just using it's kind of like quite a dense contour brush to pat this in. So you can see I'm trying not to move it too much. I'm just patting and pushing up into like my temple area and cheekbone area, so it really gives you that solid to gradient line. And I don't fully blend it, so I just kind of pat it in to start the blending process like this, and then I go back into the brush I used for my tinted moisturizer base and I go over it to like blend it out even further. See, like right now, like that looks mad, like that looks really intense, quite orange and just like way too much. But once I blend it all out, it honestly looks really, really nice, which you'll obviously see in a second. I just use my finger to blend out my nose contour as well. So here I'm just going over with my foundation brush to just soften it all and make sure it all blends together. And then taking a smaller, like, dense eyeshadow brush to just buff this concealer into my eyelids. I loved this on my eyelids because obviously it's a concealer. It's got some coverage, so it really smoothed out my eyelids, but also gave a really nice bronze base on my eye, which I love. Like, I think it looks really, really nice. And just the perfect shade. I prefer, like, a warmer contour, personally. It's not really a contour. I'm basically just bronzing my face in a contour way, you know. Then I do set my under eyes first of all with the translucent powder by Rodial, because I didn't get the baking powder from the KKW Beauty. I got this one instead, which is like the highlighting finishing powder. I got it in shade number 3, which is like the banana-y shade kind of one. And I did watch Makeup by Mario use this, and he kind of used it on like a fluffy kind of small brush to like put over the eyes to brighten them even further. So I was really, this is like my kind of product. When I saw this was the main thing that I really, really wanted. So I took an eyeshadow fluffy brush. I didn't buy the brushes that came with it, and I just started buffing this really lightly under my eyes. And I did use quite a light hand just to like buff in this area, and I freaking love this stuff. Can you see, like, it's really like luminous, and it really brightened up my eyes. Like, look at the difference. Like, it's so much brighter and like fresher looking. Like, I really like this. I've used it every time. Look how excited I am. I love it when you find a product though that you just like are like blown away by, and I haven't got anything like this. I know you can obviously get banana powders, but it's just a totally different finish. I find them quite drying on my eyes. This was not like that at all. It's like super buttery and just like really like reflected the light like really well. Anyway, so then I go into my KKW Beauty contour kit. This is in medium. Really lightly taking the more cool tone shade to just deepen up the contour a tiny bit under my cheekbone, but then I also, and my chin, but then I do go in with the more orangey shades, because the shade in this palette, like the orangey one, is really, really orange. So I just go in with that, but with a bigger, fluffier brush, just to kind of bronze up the overall face and blend out the contour a bit. And I also do put a bit of both of these shades on my eyelid, but more just to set the eyelid rather than do anything too much, just to kind of set it and slightly deepen out the crease and go underneath on the lower lash line as well. I also do put it in that inner part, you know, where your eyebrow meets your nose. Then for highlighter, I'm taking the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This stuff's really, really good. It is really, really nice. And I take it on another fluffy eyeshadow brush. I basically, like, I put the brush, when I first, like, I dip in the product, and then when I first put the brush on my face, I put it where I want the most pop to be, like the most intense part of the light, the highlight, and then I buff around. It's a really, honestly, try it. It's a really freaking good way of doing it. Let's see, in the center, and then buff it out. I just feel like this highlighter needs to be buffed a lot. I think it looks really good if you just buff, buff, buff. So buff, buff, buff. Put it in the middle and buff, buff, buff. Cheekbone, nose, eyebrow, underneath the eyebrow, and also a little bit by the eyebrow. And also in the inner corner, the inner corner of my eyes. Like in there, you know, that little bit there. Then I take this amazing new product from Iconic London to set and spray my face. Look at it, it's clear. Shake it up, and it gives you this most dreamy effect. It's like, look at it. Oh, this is the darker shade. They've got like a lighter one, and then this one which is darker, so more of like a bronzy shade. And I just spritzed this all over my face. It kind of felt like water, but it gave me a really, really nice glowy finish, and it felt really refreshing on my face. So yeah, really down for this. You know how much I love a setting spray. So don't know if it would really like set your makeup, as in like make it last longer, but I'm not really about that life. I just like glowy face. So yeah. Next, I filled in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Ebony powder and my Benefit Gimme Brow. I did that off camera. So back to the eyes, I'm taking my Bite Beauty. This is like a cream multi kind of stick in the shade. I think it's called Oyster Pearl, but I'll leave it down below. And I just use my finger to like pat this onto my eyelid, because it gives it like a really nice sheen, almost glossy looking eyelid, but it wears well. So I just patted it on, really, really like it. And then I went to line my eyeliner at my eyes with my Urban Decay Whiskey Liner. It was blunt, so I went and sharpened it. This looks really freaking weird, but I'm basically just like tight lining my top and bottom at the same time. So it looks a bit like I'm possessed, but that's just like how I like to do it. And then I just went back in with my brush to just kind of smudge it out a bit. Then taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, as always, my favourite mascara, just to put my mascara on. You can obviously wear lashes if you wanted to, but I wouldn't wear lashes to Coachella if I was actually going, so I'm not wearing them for this video. I decided I needed some blush, so I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Glow, I think it's called, and the blush shade. You've got to be really light-handed with this because this stuff is real pigmented, like really pigmented. So yeah, just a light hand, just a slight flush of colour. Then for my lips, I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. Look how small it is. And I'm just lining my lips quite lightly because this is all I'm going to wear. For me personally, if I want my lips to look just kind of good all day, I just wear this. So I line the outside and then I just slightly blend it in with my finger. And it's like my lips but better. I just think it looks really nice. So this is the finished makeup look, which really is kind of like an everyday makeup look. So you could totally rock this anytime. Even if you like me and you're not going to Coachella, we can still wear this makeup every single day. Because it's a really pretty, just fresh-faced, glowy, nice makeup. But this is Coachella, so we're going to wear some stars on our face. Because I love stars, and I think these look really dreamy. And they're by In Your Dreams, and they're literally just like sticker stars. I can't tell you how long I looked for something like this, and I couldn't find anything. And then these arrived in the post, and I was like, yes, finally. So I literally took the biggest ones first and just started sticking them on my face. I wanted them to be like completely across my face, almost like going like from cheekbone to cheekbone and across my nose. I guess kind of like freckles, but not at all like freckles at the same time. Almost like a mask, just like across my face. So I started with the biggest ones and then the medium and then the small. And I literally applied the whole pack to my face. And then once you've done that, that is the makeup look complete. So we're going to be moving on to the hair. So as I said in the intro, the hair is super easy to do. I literally just took my hair out and you can see it's like a mess. Like, look at it. It's just a mess. So I just parted it in the middle. Obviously you can part it wherever you want to part it. I just wear mine more in the center. Then I worked out some bits I wanted to leave out around the front area here. And then I literally just like grab a section, like it can be rough. Like I literally just grab a section of this area here, making sure I do have some extension in there though, so it's nice and long. And then I just plait it. No braid, no French plait, just literally a plait. Honestly guys, this hair is so easy. Like, you guys keep asking for it, but it's really easy. But I think the thing that you were asking for originally when I first started doing it was the hairband. So all I do is I just get a normal black hairband. I don't really like those clear elastics, so this is how I like to do it. So I just get a normal black elastic and I tie it around. As I'm tying, I go down the hair, so it kind of gives this almost like crisscross wrap effect. Super easy, like not difficult at all, but I really like it. It gives me like Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. It's like kind of braidedy and cool. I just really like it. So it looks like this, and also it just looks better than having like a big chunky black hairband. And as I said, I don't like clear elastics, so I just think this looks really cool. Then I just mess it up a bit, so I just like kind of grab the top so it kind of poofs it out a bit more, makes it look a bit more lived in. Just scrunch your hair around, and that is literally it. I do one on each side because I wear mine in the middle parting, obviously. If you wanted to just do one side, like say you wear your hair on the side, you could maybe just do this on one side of your head. But yeah, I always tend to do mine on both sides of my head. It's a really cute hair to wear, especially if you kind of want your hair off your face and you don't have to worry about it. So just doing the same thing, just tying the band as I go down the hair to give a crisscrossy effect to it, and messing it up as well. So just like kind of pull on it and like mess it up so it looks more worn. I mean, to be honest, it's obviously going to get worn in because you're wearing it to Coachella. But once you've done that, that is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. I absolutely love how it came out. This is exactly, as I said in the intro, what I would wear if I was going to Coachella. I think it's the perfect combination of kind of natural, like, cool makeup, but still like some festival vibes with the stars. I love the stars on the face. I'm not a huge fan of glitter. I have worn glitter before, but I'm just not a huge fan of it because it just gets everywhere and it kind of irritates my skin. So for me, these are like freaking ideal. Like, they look so cool. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.